record. And okay, I think we're good. All right, so I think we'll just go ahead and kind of get started. Oh, we've got another one trying to get in, or Pat got out and now wants back in or something. Okay, so I just thought it would be really neat to talk to you, Andrea, about being host of the Italian Hour. I think it's a really neat thing that we have in Portland, important for the Italian community, and I thought you could just kind of talk about that, where you're going with it. I know you always need support for the Italian Hour. Maybe talk about some of the interesting guests you've had on, and just kind of let you take it away, and maybe people can ask questions and such.
Yeah. So, well, I don't know if you guys, everybody heard the program, but I had Lucia as a guest. In fact, she might be. And it was very different because they had, I don't know if anybody knows anything about radio 20, 30 years ago, but it was this weird tapes, like looping tapes. They kind of like the old cassette tapes, but kind of bigger, and they never ended in a way. So it was interesting to play with that. Or then they had traditional tapes and other things like that. But I didn't stay there long because, I don't know, just different. I wasn't too interested at that point. But no, it's great. The show's been going on for quite a while. In fact, actually, I'm going to try. She mentioned somebody from the Potestio family that maybe a lot of you guys know, because they're quite a famous Italian-American family here in Portland. And apparently it was the father of some of the people that I know that had the show, or mother, because I didn't understand if it was a Mr. or Miss that Lucia was talking about. But yeah, so anyway, I was in kind of, and then for the last, I just realized 10 years I've been kind of subbing for her. So whenever she was out of town or just felt like giving me the show, it was me and
Bob.
Bob
Iannacone.
There you go. Oh my God. Yeah, he moved. I think he moved mostly to Hawaii, enjoying his retirement there, warmer weather. But he does come here. He does come here during the summer, from what I understand. But he's unable to do the show because I did tell him that. I mean, I was hoping to have him, but so for now I'm alone, and I might get Lucia back every once in a while, and I'm hoping to do that. And let's see, interesting. Well, no, a lot of local people. I mean, I'm trying to keep the show local. And so as far, so one of the questions was, direction. So again, in the last 10 years, it was mostly Lucia's show. So she was playing more traditional music and older music. So I was trying to kind of balance it out a little bit and play mostly latest and greatest new music coming from Italy, because I still follow. So I listen to Italian radio. I look at Italian charts. I follow some people every once in a while when I'm prepping for the show. I go on social media and see what some of the more famous ones are posting, if they have anything new going on. So I keep up to date that way. And yeah, I mean, if you want to listen to Italian music all the time, there is Radio Italia that is pretty popular. That is a major radio station in Italy that broadcasts all over the peninsula, and now they have streaming, and they have good charts and mostly mainstream, because sometimes I try to pick stuff that is not mainstream necessarily, that you might not even hear on more like on the radio there. And so now that I have the show mostly for myself, I think, well, already you kind of heard it probably the last few shows. I'm trying to go back and play more traditional music, folk music, and today even did some classical, well, not classical music, Baroque music and opera. So actually, I'm curious to ask you guys, what do you guys think of playing classic music? Is that something people are interested?
I love it.
So what would you think would be a good balance? Because I'm not going to do all classic music, that's for sure. But
how about a third classic?
A third?
Oh, yes.
Okay, we have somebody here. We might have heard here. You want to say hi? Come on. She's
Shoot, I've got a frozen screen.
frozen. Okay, she's gone. Okay, now she's back. Somebody here say hi. Fellow teacher.
Hello, hi. Sorry, you guys froze on my end for a minute. Hi.
Hi, nice to see you virtually.
Virtually, yes. Crazy times.
It is for sure. Yeah. I don't want to interrupt because I know you're actually recording this though.
We are.
Okay.
I did like your combination today, Andrea. I thought it was a nice balance.
Okay, so
Music.
well, maybe I heard somebody else mentioning a third. What would you think would be a good balance of more classic music or opera or other things like that?
Like percentage?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Well, I was wondering if like it could follow a kind of a, I don't know, an outline. Maybe you start with a certain kind, middle and end. So maybe a third is, I don't know. Not that there's only 3 kinds of music, but
Yeah.
like opening with something and then.
Right, I have more of a flow. Yeah, today it was all over the place.
No, I'm not being critical. I really liked today's show. Yeah. I was wondering if you would put in the chat the radio that you mentioned, if we want to hear radio Italian all the time. You said, yeah, maybe so that we.
Yeah, radio. Well, it's called Radio Italia, but let's see.
Thank you. Okay.
It's one of the few radios that you cannot find on TuneIn, because I can listen a lot of Italian content in radios on TuneIn. It's great. They have a search by geography feature, so you go to Italy, you can even pick the region or just national radio. So a lot of times I listen to the news. Let's say a lot of times, like if I was working and I just want to get an update, I put that so I can continue working, and I just listen to the news, like Rai Uno, which is Rai Uno would be the main broadcaster in Italy. It's like a government-owned station, but they have pretty decent programming and news. And some other ones too, but there you can get almost everything. So let's say you travel to Italy and you remember some station, you just go to the region, and like, you know, if you want to hear something from the Naples area, just put Campania and you'll find local radio stations there. So it's pretty interesting.
That is cool, yeah.
But Radio Italia, I don't know what they have an app that you can stream, but and also their website. Here, let me get the.
Okay.
I mean, if you just put those terms, I'm sure you find it. Yeah, it's radioitalia.it. It's here. I'll put it in the chat. It's,
Pina's coming in. Ciao, Pina.
Ciao.
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 On the radio this morning.
Come stai?
So Pina was singing Ciao Pina. No, so I just texted her because actually the recording came really, really well. I was listening actually on the radio for once at home, which is pretty rare. I was hooked up my stereo, finally found the antenna for FM and hooked it up. So usually it's either in the car or streaming. But no, it came out really well. It was sounding really well.
Per quello che si può fare con la tecnologia, sì.
Sì.
What we can do with all this technology. Grazie Andrea, grazie ancora.
Okay.
Intanto io mi faccio un caffè.
Brava, anch'io. Anche c'ho il caffè, scusa.
Una bella moka italiana.
Ah, mocha, ho capito vodka.
No.
Non so, no, sono le 10, come dicono adesso durante la quarantena, alle 10 si può cominciare a bere. So now they say during the quarantine, because she said mocha, but I heard vodka. And I said after 10 a.m. now it's okay during the quarantine.
Nel Veneto bevono la grappa alle 10 del mattino.
She said only in Veneto, the Venice region, you start at 10 a.m. with grappa in the coffee. But, well, I'm next door. I'm the region, one region over.
Infatti, I know.
So is there any chance that we could have the Italian Hour weekly, or is that just a pipe dream?
Believe me, Lucia has tried for probably all the 22 years that she's been on KBOO to get it weekly.
Yeah.
But hasn't worked. And it was opposite the Dutch hour. Then the poor guy passed away, and now they have the Russian guys. And yeah.
Is it a matter of money or a matter of space on the air?
I think it's space.
Okay.
Yeah, they want to give as much space to all the different communities, and
Agreed.
they probably felt like the Russian community was not represented.
Right.
So, but I don't know, because they give a lot of space to other people that they could carve out some space.
They could, yeah. My internet must be unstable because I keep getting frozen screen. There we go.
Okay.
Now I can.
I'll stop there.
No movement. Okay.
Oh, there's a more live action. Actually,
I love that.
Il porto con me in cucina. Okay.
Okay, I can still hear, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get some. So you can see.
Good morning, Tanya.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing fine. I'm still in my pajamas. That's why you can't see me.
Oh, nice. Just comfy. Oh, yum.
Oh,
I
love
Ma
that.
Let's see if there's anything left.
Io compro quella l'imitazione, ma la Bialetti costa tantissimo. Io non la compro mai perché
No, non è così male.
la Bialetti, no, è
No,
buonissima.
so
Costa tanto, costa, per quello che io prendo quelle. È la più cara. La
she's saying the expensive. I found it not too not too bad. And actually, the original works better, because one time I got one of the cheap ones. I was at a supermarket in Italy, and I found the imitation one, which ironically it said that was made by Bialetti, but it was a knockoff. They made their own knockoffs essentially, and it was not as good.
Ah, ma è normale. Il mio è normale.
Okay, so this is how Italians drink coffee. This is all we use. Even though they do sell espresso machines, other types, people still at home prefer this one.
Eccolo qui, il mio qui.
There you go.
Ah sì, si vede, eccolo là, in diretta là. Questo è il grande fratello, the big brother.
Does anyone have questions that they could unmute and ask Andrea or Pina?
What type of music you enjoy
I
most?
think you should speak more Italian. No, it's true.
Well,
on the show.
Well, for those of us who struggle, I think half and half is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people tell me to speak more in Italian, but I'm always struggling. Then I'm thinking of all the listeners that don't understand it, and so.
But it's okay, even if you don't understand everything. Also, the sound of the language. No, not all not all the show, but I think we can do. I mean, more.
Okay, I have a question. So this time at the beginning, I did this piece where the author of the first song was talking about his own song, and I did it both in Italian, then translating to English. Is that something you guys enjoyed?
Yeah,
I did very much.
Oh,
I think that is good. Yeah, to translate. Yeah, also the interview that with us that we are Italian. I think in Italian it will work, and then you can translate. I think that's because the sounds, you have also the sounds of the words in Italian, or So it's just an hour, and I think, yeah, if the 50% is also in Italian, I think there would be, it happened to me to listen to another radio in Cleveland. I know people that they do Italian radio there. And for example, there is a one show, 2 hours, all in Italian.
All talk, yeah.
No, I think maybe 2 hours is too much. It also maybe 100% is too much, because there are many people that really they don't know any word. But I think to keep 50% also alive, beside the music, the language, yeah, with kind of
Well,
translation.
actually, no, I kind of thought about that, because I do enjoy doing the interviews and talking to people. But on the other hand, I feel this really should stay mostly a music program. So one of the things that I'm kind of thinking of doing whenever I'll get host or want to have a longer conversation is, I mean, guest, not host, is recording it. And KBOO now allows us to post shows only online. So if I want to do more of a podcast or something where I interview people, I can just record it, put it online, and people can stream it anytime. And so I don't have a time restraint, and I don't have to cut into the music.
That's a great, so you could do a podcast separate from the Italian hour.
Yes.
That would be really cool.
So I will still call it Italian hour. It just would
Okay.
be
In the
Italian
podcast.
hour talk or something. I don't know. I can call it the same.
Yeah, that's neat. That would be great.
Oh, thanks for the thumbs up, Tricia.
You're welcome.
And
Now I can hear you. Gosh, mine is unstable today. Sorry.
yeah, you're. So yeah, that's something I'm looking into. And I think I'll do something. So one of the things that I just heard the Associazione Italiana and the Portland Bologna sister city want to do, and of course anybody would be welcome to join us. We're going to try to support a little bit the Italian American, Italian businesses that, while they're coming back online, and obviously we have a lot of friends in the restaurant business and other businesses that are really suffering right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to create some awareness and do some cross promotions. And so if somebody opens, I might do some shows. And actually, just before this thing started, one of my goals was to do some what we call remote shows. So do it live at some location where people can come in and interact with people live. So I was thinking of going to Cafe Umbria. I talked to Pasquale, and he definitely wanted to have me there. And then pick other, anybody who wants to do it, I'd be open for it. So then you can announce a radio show, and people can walk in and enjoy the coffee while they're listening to the program, and maybe do quick interviews or just get live feedback. So do a live show like that. That's in the plan.
That sounds wonderful. I would like that.
Yeah, as soon as we're there.
I like the music. Mi piacciono. I like something very new. Very nice, that song of Carbone. Luca Carbone.
Luca, the Canzone Sbagliata.
Ma è carina proprio. Ciao Cristina.
Ciao, Chris. Buongiorno.
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 I like very much that song. It's a good song,
Yeah, it's a funny song. I don't know if you. Yeah, the lyrics are kind of funny because it's the title of the song is Canzone Sbagliata, means wrong song, and it has all these funny references about everything is wrong in the lyrics. Basically, it says like Columbus discovered the moon, and and basically every reference is something.
Jimi Hendrix that plays the drum.
Yeah. Beethoven that cut off his ear.
Oh, cut the ear like Van Gogh. It's a very nice song. I'm going to look for that song. Very nice. By the way.
So yeah.
My battery is okay. Because my battery is telling me that it's time to charge my iPad. That's why. Okay,
okay, and who just joined? Look at the chat. So if we get cut off from this meeting, I posted another one because we're all on the free plan, so nobody wants to pay Zoom, rightly so. Or not.
Infatti.
But anyway, so if you look in the chat, if you get cut off from this meeting, join this other one that I created. If you guys want to continue, but yeah. Well, let's see.
So if you start the second section with just the interviews, would you take that off of, and would you combine like the news and happenings around town with that, or would you keep that on with the music?
I'm sorry, if I do the live, the remote, if I would keep music?
Because you were saying you want to keep it mostly a radio show, which you're having guests and you're having,
Right. Yeah. So my idea is keep the one that goes on the air, mostly music.
Okay.
I mean, now, of course, I'm having this conversation. I think it's important to connect with people, with the community right now. But I think if I do the podcast that is recorded, then it will allow me to both expand a little bit interviews and at the same time keep the on-air program mostly music. So that's kind of my idea. Then we'll see. But yeah, I definitely don't want to turn it into a talk show or like.
No, vabbè, talk show, vabbè.
If you want talk show, then you go to.
Oh, I lost audio again.
Play music.
I lost audio for a second. Well, we just got a new person joining. Welcome.
Roger, get out here.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Are we being Zoom bombed?
Hey, sir.
ABD Photography. There we go. Okay. Good morning. Ciao.
Chi è? Io non lo vedo, non vedo nessuno.
ABD Photography.
Somebody just asked.
They went mute. Okay, that's fine.
Oh,
Somebody just asked if Festa would still be on at Oaks Park.
Well, this year for sure not.
September, even in September, you think it's impossible?
So the committee has the official decision is to wait and see, possibly for a date, maybe a single date or 2 days, 2 days instead of 3 at Oaks Park in September, October. But again, it's.
Ma non è vero, Andrea.
Oh, abbiamo Mirella. Ciao
Certo
Mirella.
che abbiamo Mirella. Dai, sono qua che ti ascolto. È stata cancellata, la festa è cancellata.
Hai cancellato tutto ufficialmente? Ok, allora
sì.
Sono rimasto al meeting precedente.
No,
okay.
no. Because this year has been canceled. Then next year we hope to have a better date, but we depend on Oaks Park, and Emily basically is not available because the park is closed.
Okay.
Film festival, we had booked a date in October at PSU for doing something, but at this point nobody's booking anything, and it's most likely, I think they officially canceled the event. But who knows? And by the way, the Italian Film Festival, if you go on their website, they do have some movies that you can watch online. And
see, which movies? My new movies? Or?
No, some new, mostly shorts and other movies. But if you go to you have to go to their Facebook page, because on their website they're not putting anything. In fact, on their webpage they're still saying that the festival is going on. Unlimited. Oh, this meeting has been upgraded by the host. Thank you.
Oh, good. Okay.
Oh,
we don't
wonderful.
have to move.
So we don't have to change. Okay.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so they're not even they haven't even updated their page saying that it has been canceled really, but
can I say Can I say something? I mean, why cancel all these things since, I mean, why don't try to move them? Because we are in April and we planned the Festa Italiana in June, but that also was very unusual because usually for tradition, the they will come also here the second phase of the pandemic, so they will start. I don't know. Do you think end of August, September?
It's all booked. The park is booked. We cannot go into the park.
Okay, but maybe we can find another park.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Well, then Pina, you need to join the committee, and
No, I know, but
it's not that simple to organize an event like that and change it. Plus, I mean, honestly, from my point of view, who knows what's going to happen? It's
Andrea, are you managing the entertainment at Festa?
I'm on the committee.
Okay.
I just joined the committee.
Okay.
So it's but I mean, it's everybody's really working on it, but it's Shell and myself, and then we were trying to get Andrea Algeri to join us. So maybe he'll join or not. I don't know.
what is that?
Just the committee for the Festa Italiana.
The commitment, l'impegno?
No, the committee for the music.
Me lo puoi dire in italiano quella parola? Che parola è?
Il comitato organizzatore.
Oddio.
Per l'intrattenimento.
Oddio.
Io non voglio dimenticare.
Irene, ahora que te sentimos,
Lo so che mi senti, ma Dio buono, Andrea, non capisci niente sta gente, dai.
La mia mente è nata per pensare in italiano e parlare. La mia specialità è italiano.
Well, do you have any suggestions for the show or anything, any guests that you think I should have on?
I think you should have Christina Edict on and have her talk about her cookbooks.
Okay. I have somebody trying to call me on some other
Are
app.
they trying to enter
There you go.
That kind of brings up a good point. It would be cool to have a cooking section, like a cooking, you could add that to the one you're doing recorded.
In it, and that would be, I think, of quite a bit of interest to the listeners.
Okay, I'll make a note.
I missed that. Sorry, guys. My audio is very shaky.
Oh, I said Pat could be a potential guest to talk about her book about her mother. Written about her mother.
Yes, that's really good. I'm reading it right now.
Okay, I wrote them down. I think you'll hear from me soon.
I had the people that, come si dice, hanno fatto I complimenti, the compliments for the radio today.
Thank you. Yeah. So you had listeners in Italy. Wow. Thank you.
All my friends, they were listening to it.
All your friends. Wow.
Friends, also my sister, my son.
Oh, nice. Where are they? All in Brescia, or where?
Most part of my friends are in Brescia. My sister, my Well,
Does he send you any hams? They have a
yeah.
very special. Speaking of cooking, San Daniele has one of the best prosciutto that you can get.
Prosciutto. Prosciutto crudo.
Is the best one. I prefer San Daniele.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah. Mirella is from nearby, Gorizia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So me and Mirella come from very close towns.
Yeah.
I'm from
Very
Trieste.
close.
She's from Gorizia.
So, voi siete italiani per un pelo, diciamo.
Per un pelo?
So Pina is asking if we're just barely Italian. Actually, yeah, let me tell you a story about the summer. I was driving my town is really close. It's like 5-minute drive away. But this summer I was driving with my kids and we were going, where were we going? Oh yeah, we went to visit Caporetto, which is a city of World War I, where it was a famous battle. And we were driving through Gorizia. And literally, like, you drive on one road and it's like the sidewalk is in Italy and you just literally make one step over and you're in Slovenia.
You see,
and,
you are lucky to be part of Italy. The story could be completely different.
Oh yeah. In fact, a lot of people are talking about, well, yesterday was Italy celebrated Liberation Day, which it was liberation from the Nazi and from the fascist government. But part of Zona A or not? Oh my God.
Yes.
It was. Okay.
Sí.
So they divided Trieste and Gorizia in what they called Zone A, and then Capodistria and other parts of Slovenia and Croatia in Slovenia.
Zone B.
Zone B.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Zone B was pretty much given to the Yugoslav army, so it was pretty much gone. But Zone A from 1946 until 1954 was controlled by American troops. I mean, officially the commander was British, but there was a U.S. Army.
The Allies were there.
It actually was called it was called the Trust.
Mm-hmm.
It was I don't know if it was a battalion or what it was called. And like if you go to the Castello di Miramare, which by the way I will talk about that on the next show because there is a connection between Trieste and Cinco de Mayo. And I'll talk about it. Anyway, in that castle they put a little commemorative thing about this U.S. Army Trust battalion or division that kept Trieste safe from the communists and then eventually went back to Italy in 1954. So yeah, I grew up next to a communist country and I saw what it was like, and yeah. But anyway, driving through Gorizia is like you literally it's like they used to have the equivalent of the Berlin Wall because Gorizia is divided into Gorizia and the Slovenian part called Nova Gorica or New Gorizia. And now it's really nice because there's still this border, but you can literally go back and forth. There's no checkpoint at all. I mean, now Slovenia is part of the EU and they use the same currency. You can literally go back and forth as much as you want. And it's totally open. You barely know there's a border.
Actually, now you cannot go because the police.
Yes, now because
the police is checking people.
Yeah, you cannot even live within Italy. I mean,
right.
My mom risked of getting arrested just because she wanted to go see her boyfriend, which is like, which lives in Duino, which is 1 town over from Trieste. So now she told me that I'm talking to her and she said, okay, I went there, I made it, and now I'm not going back. Because they hadn't seen each other in a month. And actually the doctor of the boyfriend got the virus, so he was a little bit scared. But
I'm sorry.
No, but he's fine. The doctor recovered and her boyfriend didn't get it, so fine. But
have they started lifting any restrictions there?
I read in the news they're planning next week.
Okay.
A little bit, not everything. A little bit.
Yeah, very, very little. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they don't know.
Any
The
such
north or to the south.
Okay, so I was reading the questions in the chat. Any chance of Festa moving back to Pioneer Place? I would
Oh, for God's
say,
sake, are you kidding? With
yeah.
all the money that the city hall charged, it's disgusting. They ask
Yeah.
for almost $13,000 a day.
Okay, if this is being recorded, I will not use exact words that I'm thinking, but let's just the city of Portland pulled, yeah, I'll censor myself, put it beep, 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 because it was really nasty what they did. And ironically, it was, I heard from Lucia that, or maybe Mirella, it was the city of Portland that contacted Italian American groups back in the early 90s or late 80s.
I don't know exactly, Andrea, I don't know exactly how it happened or who got in touch with, but I know that the idea was that all the festas in Italy were in a square. So that's why they kept doing Festa Italiana in the square. Because, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. No, because the video has disappeared.
No, we never saw you.
Oh, okay.
At least I never saw you.
I never attached the video, but I saw you. Now I don't see you anymore.
Oh.
But we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. Basically, the idea was to keep everything Italian in the square, because many, many years ago, the square was the public place. And so all the people would meet in the square and celebrate, enjoy, protest, and do everything in the square. That's why they kept the festa in the square. But
Yeah, no, but I was talking about how it begun. It started, I think, from what I had heard, and I don't know, not firsthand, but that it was the city of Portland that asked some Italian American groups to start this thing. But then, then you're right. Then it was kept there because it made sense. But yeah, anyway, it's what it is. Now it's going to be at Oaks Park, whenever, and I would pay to. And then so something happened with my Zoom, so I lost all the previous chat. Were there any questions other than the stuff?
There was something about Mbriscato live on your show.
Oh.
Did you see that one?
Yeah, I did ask Andrea, and he doesn't want to do it, or he can't. I don't know.
Oh.
So. Talk to him. Call him and tell him that you want him on the radio show.
Yeah, okay.
But I am looking forward to his fourth album that he's working on, and okay, and yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Because I asked him if he had any recordings of the album. He said he doesn't have them yet, and yeah, because in the past he has given me like some material even ahead of publication that I played way back in the day. Yeah. So ask him. Yeah, put pressure on him.
I took my 2 great-granddaughters to see them in Lake Oswego last summer.
Oh, I was there. Yep.
And they loved them. And they don't speak Italian, but they love them. And I think they have an appeal to such a broad ranged audience, and it would be wonderful.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, then, yeah, call him. Tell him you want him on the radio show.
Okay.
Will do.
Admission. Yeah, the Festa. Yeah, that I better not talk. You better come to the. You know what you should do? Maybe is join the organizing committee if you want to provide some or contact that one. Because I just like Mirela is on the committee, myself I just dealing with music, trying to stay away from all the other issues.
Hai ragione, Andrea.
I'm not interested too much in that one, but yeah. So if you have feedback, please do send it to them. And well, I know that there was discussion about charging admission and all that. So obviously there are pros and cons, and but as far as downtown, yeah, it wasn't just. I mean, one of the issues is the city charging more, asking for more and more money, but there are a bunch of other issues too. So I don't know. I thought Oaks Park could be a really good location for the Festa Italiana. It's definitely more family friendly. I mean, we're going to miss something because it's, Pioneer Square is really kind of the center of Portland, and you have a lot of people walking by. But yeah, in the last few years, there are also people that really, I don't know, it can get a little shady.
Yeah, Oaks Park is beautiful location.
Okay, there's no other way to do it. So why not try it in Oaks Park? If it's a total disaster, you can always try to look for a different place. Works well, great. Then we found another, new home. So
I like that approach. I think that's a good way to look at it.
But again, if you have feedback, please send it to the committee, and yeah.
What is the best way to contact you? Do you maybe want to put, is it through the show? Do you have contact information for the Italian Hour?
For myself?
Yeah, I was just, because
email, of course. I'll put
okay.
Email is always good. I now have a phone number that people can call at and leave messages at. Okay, actually I have to look it up. It's a new number that I have. It's at 266. I mentioned a few times, but I forgot it. Let me look it up. It's my Google Voice. So it's easier to mute at night.
And is that what you want people calling when you're on the air, or?
Yes, yeah, that's the one I've been giving on the air.
Good. Yeah.
Was it not on it? 0967. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
I had a number of people use that one. So if you're on Facebook, that's a good place to definitely want to follow that page, because I post very little, no silly videos or anything, just announcements about the radio, or I don't know, a few times if there's a really special video, like I posted the one of Andrea Bocelli singing with Lady Gaga and Celine Dion. That one I posted. And also the interviews, like I posted the interview. If you want to see the interview with Lucia, you can see it there. The one that was just on the radio, you can see it. And but that's about it.
Thank you.
Tanya, your audio is perfect when I
so you can hear me. You guys,
yeah.
I had trouble hearing.
You have, yeah, you are happy, but we can
hear you. Yeah, we can hear you, Tanya.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay.
Any more questions about the show? Anything?
All your family is good. Tanya, Christina, Mirella, all of you have. Everybody's good. Your family.
Yeah. So far, so good. Thank you.
Yes. I have a daughter who's a nurse, though, and she's very nervous about going back to work tomorrow. Wow. She's in Klamath Falls, and still very worried.
Yeah.
Tell her not to worry. Our good friend Michelle Ordway has been dealing with the emergency room the whole time. Almost every day.
It seems in Oregon, the things are going very, very well, because I
Yes.
know people, doctor in the hospital, and really, they are doing a normal time. I mean, in Italy, people, they were working 24 hours on 10 people in 24 hours.
But
Here,
Italian people are a little bit particular. They decide what to do. And so, you know, it's, I mean, they are on the side. They are wonderful people, but it's hard to make them understand sometimes what is better for them.
Yeah, one example was yesterday there was a liberation commemoration, and people were obviously asked to stay home, but some people decided to go do it anyway.
Right.
yeah, but it is also true that now in Italy, especially in some area, they are also a little exaggerating. I said this because really, I mean,
Yeah, no, in some parts you're right, but like, you know, Lombardia, where you know, but it was Brescia. My sister lives in Como, and there she said it's brutal. I mean, she lost a number of people that she knew.
No,
You know,
I know.
unfortunately, nobody close family, but there are a number of people that died, and here in Portland, there are at least a couple of people that I know lost father or mother or close relatives, and all from near Milano. So yeah, it's.
Yeah, but I mean, go after people with the helicopter, because one people is running on a desert.
Yeah, on a deserted, you're right. You're completely right. That's exaggerated. You know, there are videos of.
They call the police with the helicopter, the drone. Come on, I mean, it's getting like a hunting games show. I mean,
Right. Yeah, no, there's a funny video. Somebody with a full wetsuit swimming in a canal, like a little canal, and the people are after him. It's like, come on, that's ridiculous.
Only a kid that can't go for 5 minutes in a park and breathe some good air. I don't know. I don't know. I understand, but now I don't. Sometimes I exaggerate. I mean, we are in Oregon. We go outside. We keep a distance. I mean, if they follow this, you are not you can't obligate people even don't breathe for 1 second outside. I don't know.
But I don't know if you know what they are doing in Italy now. Basically, there is a helicopter going. Because
and they start using drones a lot.
That is just to make the show, the TV show going on. That's why they do those things.
Yeah, we'll see what happens now. They're finally going to reopen it a little bit.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. Well, no, my mom was saying the main thing is that now she's doing all her shopping with, well, the Italian equivalent of Instacart. I don't know what it is. But she said she feels really spoiled now because it's really nice to have all your groceries delivered. I don't know. I prefer going out.
Me too. I prefer to go and choose my
I can't
food
wait out until we can get back out.
that I want. And now, we are delivering a lot from a restaurant, Tom, and really the quality is getting very down. with this delivery, I mean, it's not the same. The food arrives and it's not good.
So what did you guys think about, did you guys hear the rapper from Naples that actually was singing more than rapping?
Yeah, he was.
Okay. Do you guys like that one?
Yeah, that was, I did. I thought
Not
yeah.
particularly.
No?
Just not my thing.
Okay. Well,
It might be for the great grandkids, but not
there you
mine.
go. You should get them to listen then.
Oh, I'm sure they can.
Because actually I played, I was on this a little bit undecided as to put it. And then my oldest son was here and he said, oh, because usually he hates everything that I play for him of Italian music. I said, I really like that one. And then I listened again. It's like, yeah, you know what? I'll put it on. I actually like it.
I like that. Are you talking about the Carbone songs?
No, Luque.
Yeah.
Carbone was,
Yeah.
it was a new one with, it was mainly Dante, which is a rapper, and then Luca Carbone, and who was it? Some other guy called Shade that I never heard of before. That was kind of the funny song. No, I'm talking the one from Naples, Luque.
Yeah. I listened to
The title song was "Que Dio mi benedica," May God bless me.
I like that. I
different
like it.
strokes for different folks.
Yeah, I want to put a little bit of everything. Definitely,
For everybody.
I'm definitely going to continue, contemporary music and new releases, but I'll try to balance that out.
Yeah. There are a lot of good music, new good music in Italian. And, also the time are changing also in Italy. So also the music is different. And it's good to follow the time.
Right. Yeah, that's, it's like any country. It's like it didn't stop when our families left or we left. And I like to follow new things too.
yeah.
Don't get it too much to do this at home because we want to go back to the studio, the places, and it's different. It's a mental state, no.
I feel like, we see all these things about connect online, like with this kind of Zoom meeting, but it's just not the same. I mean, it's great that we can do it, but.
No, I hope the world one day it won't work only in this way. Otherwise, our mind.
No.
Se tutti fuori di testa saremo. No, we need.
Yeah, no, you're right. But at least I don't know. For me, the positive I heard from some both some people contacting me, or I reached out to some friends that I kind of lost contact with and reconnected, and definitely looking forward to see each other again after. And I think we'll make everybody appreciate more what we have and go out, enjoy nature or whatever, connect with other people. For sure.
I agree with you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. By the way, just an idea, in Italy, when it's time of a happy hour, they meet on Zoom and they drink together, just in case. This can be an idea. No, really, they do this now at 6, 7, they do l'aperitivo on Zoom.
Right, but if it's your friends in Italy, it would be always 10 a.m. here, right? 10 or 9 a.m.
I'm talking about maybe we can follow that and go again out in some way, go outside and drink all together.
But better do it with American friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, of course, at the time it will be. No. For us, it will be too early to drink with them for happy hour in the evening. So. Yes.
It's
But
never too early to drink wine. It's
Cosa?
never too early to drink wine.
Maybe 10 in the morning for me. For me, depending also what kind of breakfast I had. Sometimes I have a Bloody Mary when I go for brunch.
Yeah, I mean, Moza would be okay, right? Some
la
Prosecco and some juice, yeah,
Prosecco.
peach or whatever, yeah.
That's a great.
I mean, yeah, these human people, and they try to save themselves in some way.
Let's see, any other questions from the chat or in person? Okay, anybody? Yeah.
Io ti ringrazio ancora
Okay.
per avermi ospitato, per la canzone.
No, grazie a te per essere venuto online e anche devo dire l'audio è venuto veramente bene della canzone.
Grazie. E poi era una canzone proprio scelta apposta. Cioè io non l'ho mai I never sang before that song, even if I knew and I loved. But I think it seemed. I mean, I had a very hard time when everything started in Italy. This crazy situation. Really, I was feeling very, very bad every day. And also, I'm always listening to Italian radio, so I really was following very close. And
which one do you listen to? Which radio station? Radio Italia?
Radio 24. No.
Oh, Radio 24. Okay.
Because it's
no, it's a good one. Yeah.
Una radio di informazione, non musicale. Yeah, that is my radio. And so I don't know. I was feeling so bad that I started to think of this song, and seems a good choice. First for the 25th, April 23rd. Quindi il 25 aprile because of the celebration, because of the days, no? Viva l'Italia liberata. Yeah. And also because of the tragedy. Yeah. That is a song that, you know, the tragedy, they come back in a different dress, but they come back. This song was, it was born during the terrorism, the First Republic in Italy, so hard time. And now a different tragedy, and is always, come si dice, attuale, la canzone, is always contemporary, I mean, attuale.
No, yeah, no, right, it's a different word.
It's a different word. Yeah, it's appropriate for the time. Yeah, something appropriate. So, I think it's interesting.
Well, let's see. We have a bunch of teachers here. So how you guys, because I heard here from Laura a lot about how teaching is online. And I forgot, Tonya, what grades are you teaching?
So I teach K through 5. I teach STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, mathematics, and drama. So
are you doing anything online?
We're trying. We're going to try an online musical, which is crazy, where all the kids record their own parts at home, and then you put them together on iMovie. I mean, it's just not, it is what it is, though. I have to think about it's a way to keep the kids connected. When we do our online stuff, they connect with each other and start talking, and that's
talking to each other. Like the kids do.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I'll look at the chat and there's like 150 and I'm like, oh my gosh. And they're all talking to each other. And I'm like, okay, you're totally ignoring me right now. So, but they need that, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But you can mute all of them, You can mute all of them.
You wish you could do that in real life, right? During the class.
I do. I mute their audio, but they go to the chat and I don't know how Laura's doing with it, but
okay, she's here. She's studying. She's ready to intervene here. No, she's studying for a class, not for her school, but here. Say hi.
Ciao, Laura.
No, we were just saying, how's your online teaching going?
Well, it's kind of hysterical because it's second graders.
Oh my goodness.
And having a whole class meeting, I've decided is every once in a while.
Right.
Because they get so excited. I mean, what you're saying about kind of maintaining the connections.
Right.
So I do small groups and I rotate the groups so the kids see different kids every week.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah.
And then they show up at different meetings too. So if they want to come for more than one. So I try to cover a topic that we're doing in our online learning. But you're right. There's just, especially with little people, it's very difficult to teach them, and it feels like teaching in slow motion.
Yeah.
Because they'll submit something online, but you can't talk to them about it, and you're used to the immediacy of being in person. So I think they really need that context. So there are a lot of kids that I meet with one-on-one.
Okay.
Because there's just no other way. There's just no other way. And like, I'm sure you've all encountered, there are a lot of different family situations.
Yeah.
And some are less than ideal to support this kind of situation. I mean, kids being completely independent is not really possible when they're 7 and 8.
No.
I totally agree.
So it's been an adventure. It's interesting, but the one thing is, it's really interesting. I love seeing the kids in their home life.
Yeah.
With their dog or their sibling, or
Messy bedroom
or wherever.
Fun. Yeah, that part. Yeah. Yeah, I think we have quite a few who have not checked in at all since. And that's the part, like you said, if they don't have the support. And our district even gave every student hand-delivered iPads and hotspots. So,
Wow, nice.
they gave them, as much as possible, but.
Right.
Yeah.
Same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now she's frozen. Yeah. And I think that's the thing. So once it's there, it can just become a black hole, though. You have no idea what'll happen.
Right.
What happens next? You can provide everything, and there are kids that don't have supplies, and so we have pickup for supplies, but it all requires the action of the families, and if it doesn't work for them, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's where the inequity comes in.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
For sure. But
hopefully we'll be back in September.
yeah, I think that's the open question. That's, as you guys were discussing, there are just so many unknowns right now.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope when the school they start again, because of these, finally they will make these classes smaller and smaller.
Oh.
So maybe this will be the positive side of going back to school, and real that people, the kids are too many. No?
Mm-hmm.
That will be good to have smaller classes, no?
Oh yes. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see what the response is and the discussions around that. I mean, I just know as a teacher, it's made me, you just can't help but evaluate all kinds of things having this experience.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
For sure. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Was very nice.
Enjoyed the show today, Pina.
Sunday with you. We had a great Sunday today, no? Something social life. Ciao.
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 Okay.
Ok. Andrea, per piacere, puoi ripetere il numero di telefono che hai dato prima? Il
971-266-0967.
Oh, 0967, grazie. Che così glielo do alla signora Anita, di cui ti ho scritto. Sì, e le do le indicazioni come agganciarsi al 90.7 KBOO and everything, perché vuole veramente sentire voce italiana e canzoni italiane.
Okay, so I got the feedback. People want to hear me more in Italian. Okay, we'll do that and translate.
Aspetta, ripeti di nuovo.
Well, one thing that actually, one thing that I tried doing And I was doing it because I started doing it more for Laura here. Like on some songs, talk over the song, a little lower volume, like saying in English the lyrics as the singer is singing in Italian. What do you guys think of that idea? Maybe you'd have to hear it really to get an idea what it sounds like.
I think we need to hear first, and then we can decide if it works. But Anita was wanted to ask you, when she is finally on listening to KBOO, she would like to hear the Tronde Opcina. Aspetta, ripetimi.
She wants to hear some music from Trieste.
Yeah. Ripetimi di nuovo le ultime cifre, ho perso una.
Vai sul chat, 0967.
Okay, ciao.
Okay.
Did you, sorry, my audio went away again. I missed?
No, just giving the phone number for if people want to contact me, if you want to
invite everybody. Okay.
If you want to give the number, I put in the chat, and also, but do tell people to, if you give out the number, to please leave a message, because obviously I'm not answering all the time. So if they can leave a voicemail, that's great, or even better, text me. It does work with text.
Oh, perfect. Okay. All right. Well,
so yeah.
We have a new YouTube channel, so I'll upload the video from today's meeting to the YouTube channel. I don't know if the chat will go, if there's a way to save the chat, because there's some good info in there. But I'll see. I can't remember. We've done this once before.
I've recorded the Zoom meetings before, and yeah, the chats don't.
They're not there. Okay.
Unless, but wait a second. I see file. Oh, you can share. Oh, you can save the chat.
Oh, how did you find? Okay, good.
I know. I'm just trying now. I mean, I've never even seen this before. It's save chat. If you do click the at the bottom of the chat, I see something that says file, and I think that's to upload files or something else. And then there are like 3 little dots.
Yeah.
When you hover over, it says more. And then if you click on it, it gives you the option to save the chat. And I would do it, but I missed, there was a glitch that I missed the first part of the chat.
So I only see, oh, I see it. Okay, perfect. So do I just click on that? Chat.
Try it.
Okay, got it. Okay, it's saved. So I'll somewhere now. So hopefully we can get back to it. That's awesome. Okay.
Ciao.
So thank you. I don't know if there's anything else anyone wants to ask or say, but I think this was great information. Thank you. I appreciate it. Maybe we can do something similar again.
Yeah, this is great. I love hearing feedback, people calling me or doing this. It's great.
So not next week, but the week after, the Italian hour. 9 a.m., right?
Yep, it's always every other Sunday, 9 a.m.
Perfect. That's awesome.
And again, if you want to tell people to listen back because you missed it live, there's the website. It's kboo.fm that has recordings. I think I've seen as far as almost like 5 years back, every single show.
That's awesome.
And also there is the KBOO app, both for iPhone and Android phones. Just search KBOO in the App Store and you'll find it. And it's a very easy way to find recordings of older shows.
Oh, that's excellent. That's awesome. Yeah, thank you. All right. Well, it was nice to see everybody.
Thank you so much, Andrea. That was really fun to listen in and hear some parts about where you come from in Italy and some of the old history, which some of us are not aware of at all.
Yeah, that was interesting. Very.
Yeah, I'll see if I can put it more in the live show or maybe just do more podcasts, because it can, it could take entire show. Like some of the shows I was listening, like the first one I did, let's say post-COVID, was the one with Stefano and Antimo. And I
Oh,
love the conversation. I got positive feedback about them being on the show, but when I was listening, it's like, it feels like there's too much talk, and then obviously it's only an hour every 2 weeks, so it felt like it was not enough music. So I think if I do the offline, maybe have a little part on the air, just get people interested, and then go to the recording as a podcast or just stream it.
I think that's an awesome idea. Yeah. If you have the time to do that, I think it'd be awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess we'll end.
Buona domenica.
Thank you. Buona domenica.
Grazie a te.
Okay.
Ciao a tutti.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao. Ciao.
Thanks, Tanya.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.